Tiles on the cube are
Insert
still
the production
smoldering
schedule.
like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Elysium repeater station 1.
What?
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What is the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean the glowing thing that I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Okay.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why'd you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Wow, so conceptual. And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
Okay. What are you, a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
Hey, Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Okay, but where are you? How do you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Indian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident.
I'm sorry, Goobs. I tried like 50 times to give you a sub. It's just not working, man.
As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress Accident.
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still. The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Okay. Developers, the most advanced RPG in the universe. Oh. Nani? Magnesium! Look at that. What is going on here?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
What is this thing? It looks like a gigantic ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal.
Hold up.
You see, the bear looks
Open the door.
oddly real. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in there.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The lieutenant points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Oh, is that the demon? Is the reason that the places always go down is because this place is draining so much energy and they have to pay for it? That'd be hilarious. Close the door. There's a hidden doorway here. What? Oh, damn, look at that. Two rusty rifles hidden above the piping. They look inoperable.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Look around the secret room.
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah, okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean? A rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Nice. Well, that's cool. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, I thought it was going to be like super expensive because it was an antique. It's not. Sigh. Handwritten note from the
The
fridge.
note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
Lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Swaff.
Wonder who wrote the note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe it's because of the entity.
That's implausible.
Oh, okay. What's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Okay.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Okay. Cool. Is it that right there? frozen ice cream maker that's still running.
This orange machine is buzzing
Oh,
like an old submarine. It has a
Pry
hand-cranked
bar
ice
not
cream churner on
strong
top
enough?
and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
My pry bar's not strong. Are there stronger pry bars? Turn the ice cream crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Wow. What's this? A fire extinguisher? Oh, health! Nice. Doink.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Unplug the black cable. Unplug the red cable.
An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Unplug the black cable.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
Because it's black, the color of immeasurable cosmos.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
Okay.
This orange machine is dead still.
Wow.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
Why
The
is our
ice
pry bar
around
not
it
strong enough?
slowly melting. This orange machine is dead still. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open. I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Okay.
Both cables are unplugged.
All right. Insane mesh tank top. Nice. +1 drama. I'll take it. All right, where does this go? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we unplug it, then it should get warm and maybe melt a little bit. I don't know if we should plug it back in. Oh. Okay.
Both cables are unplugged from somewhere. A machine hums up somewhere in the dark.
Go back in for now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is this a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Oh, God. Yell hello into the furnace? This seems like a terrible idea. Let's do it.
You muster all your strength and yell. Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there.
Good. Well, at least we didn't scare him off, right? David Alice.
Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try
Clear
again
your hands
later.
with Cohh.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Hadramut Karzai, smear your cheeks black with coal.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
What are you doing?
I'm the reincarnation of an ancient Ilmarian warrior.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it.
Don't wipe it.
You can feel your cheeks turn red under the lieutenant's gaze. You look like a kid, not a police officer. Even the war paint can't conceal the embarrassment.
Thank you. So,
No.
where...
You know how I said we're not scumming some of these? Well, some of them we are. And I will look like a proud warrior. This is happening. I will look like a proud warrior.
Two cables are plugged into the...
Okay. I'm sorry, chap, but lines have to be drawn.
Two cables are plugged into an electric sizzle. The room is...
What happens if we turn off the bear fridge and look at that? Is it still open?
The bear's eyes are dead and empty.
Oh. Okay, well, nothing really. Save.
A thick layer of... Looks like this furnace has a...
Looks like it. No one has used it in it.
It's dark and...
What are you doing? Wait, really? Maybe it's gone.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello? You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
Hello, you there? Speak to me. Hello, did you say anything? There's a pause. I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the 2nd floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Oh, I'm still very much doing the entity.
A thick layer of coal, a lush layer. You feel the spirit of Ram. 3 danger...
What? What? Please wipe.
No, you're a proud. These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
We're exploring this dark place and I need the protection my war paint affords.
And this protects you.
This is traditional war paint. It will grant me safe passage with the spirits that guard this place.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Just pointing out, this is not traditional Seminese war paint. No idea where you got it.
Take it with your foot.
A hollow
Oh.
ring. You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm. Yeah, there's no shit. Cop suffers final heart attack. A thick layer of coal, a lush... You feel the spirit of 3 danger...
What? Please wipe it.
No, you're a proud. You can feel your cheeks turn red.
Thank you. So, what?
I deserve this. I deserve this. I do. I deserve every bit of this. I'm gonna fail like 50 times in a row now.
A thick layer of coal duck, a lush... You feel the spirit 3 danger...
What? Please wipe it.
No, you're a proud. These 3 stripes give you...
And this okay, sure.
Just pointing out.
Save. I level? I did level. Okay, let's get, let's see. Suggestion to Annette. Did we already get this? Oh, I don't think it's saved. What should we do next, do you think? I
'Cause,
'Cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'cause, 'c Endurance. Oh, we can just level up endurance. Learn skill +1. Shivers? Get shivers up, you think? DayZ Gaming Empire, 60 months, 5 years. Oh my god, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Wait until you need it. Visual Calc is awesome too. Yeah, we could just wait until we need it. So many stats, dude. This is so good. Yeah, we're gonna go over the 1.2 patch notes this evening for Cyberpunk. Yeah, I think I'll leave it for now. Let's go up and talk to this person. We still need to explore a little bit up here too, I think. Norky Yoinky says, thanks for the gifted sub. Dude, my pleasure. Thank you for being here. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow? Postcard La Delta? What's that? Okay. What the hell? Trays full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. The candy dispenser's been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Hi.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with her emerald light shining through her hair. Novelty dice maker.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Amelia's.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Hold on, what do you mean by Amelia's?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have confused me with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
You're nice people, chat.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items. She's thankful for the security they provide her.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops and tries to come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
You never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Thanks.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
I'd like to order some die.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
You know the Whirl Untethered setting? I want a dice for that.
Ah, yes. Fortress Accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Whirl Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motives of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
Thanks, interior monologue.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
I'm gonna wait. What's a standard role-playing die?
It's an icosy tetrahedron, a 24-sided die that can produce results for 2-sided, 3-sided, 4-sided, 6-sided, and 12-sided die with a single roll. Technically, you can also use it for many other sizes, but you may need to reroll results.
Oh. JDC Gaming Empire, thank you for what you do, mods. That is all with the $50 tip to the mod team, my dude. Thank you, bud. Really appreciate that.
So nifty.
Thanks. Why do you need to cast a die in resin?
Untreated bone is porous and prone to chipping. Cast it in something hard like resin though, and voila, it's perfect.
Okay.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Do you have any cursed dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as this commercial area.
All right, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
Okay.
Great, see you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
I've heard this place is cursed. Do you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
I'd explain what happened to all those companies then.
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
No, the Whirling Rags isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off and customers have trouble paying bills. Who could she be talking about?
And then there is me.
Oh.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't really affect you.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Oh god. I kind of want to do 1, but I would feel kind of terrible for doing that. I think it's number 2. I think the curse is just, you know, the general curse that suffers our world as well, which is, you know, capitalism and dealing with it. I'm gonna go with 2. I'm starting to think that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
Okay, now I think she's a demon.
But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
You know what happened to the other tenants? Shivers. Oh my god.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking...
Legendary shivers. We're doing this, chat.
Oh, it's
Buckle
you
up.
again. Are you looking...
You feel nothing. She has begun to
Can you, is there like a quick load? Oh, there is. Cohh is back in his roots. I mean,
Oh, it's you again.
yeah.
Are you looking for a die?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Hey, Neha. The curse is real, and I figured out why it has spared you.
Didn't we already talk about this?
It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guélan 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up, yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
No, this used to be a coal plant. Touch the safety curtain. You're in a chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense. Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
I'm just using logic. It's windy in here. You probably haven't properly sealed the chimney crown point above.
You're right. I should take a trip to the roof once the snow is gone. Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces.
Actually, it's only your workshop that's protected. You should still do something to defend your person. Black Ice says, why is save scumming such a big deal? Black Ice, because we make it a big deal. Why is anything a big deal? Of course it's a huge deal. Okay. She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face. What?
Do you know what this is?
Raise her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger. Lucky charm, a Seminese ward.
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
See, the curse is real. I bet you didn't run this little jewelry shop in the protective depths of the chimney.
No, you're right. I didn't. It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed.
It works for some of us.
And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Don't call it a dump. You've made it nice and cozy here.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
He gives you a tired smile. What happened to the other tenants?
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
The hair salon.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
It's true.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
Let's put on the precarious world. All red checks fail. Oh my. Wait, I have to unlock this? How do I unlock this? Oh, it costs a skill point? Oh no! Can I sub this out? Oh, you have to forget them too. Oh man, I had no idea. Okay. Interesting. What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customer should have been more open-minded. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair, not even if my life depended on it, said the insecure male. What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customer should have been more open to it.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
I'm a feminist now, that's right, that's right. What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
And who was Artemitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth?
Yep.
Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
How'd the community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
I have other questions.
I hope...
But I have to go! Oh my god, guys, this has been so awesome. This game with voice acting is amazing. This game is just amazing. And now with voice acting, it's just even more amazing. But I need to go for now. I've got errands and stuff I need to run today. We're getting all sorts of stuff done before we do our big Outriders kick starting on Thursday. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff on the way. Tomorrow is going to be more Disco Elysium. I think I'm going to play this probably most of the day tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm going to play this probably most of the day tomorrow. I'm really enjoying this run, and the voice acting is just phenomenal. So I think we can go ahead and plan on that. I will be back tonight around 6:30 p.m. ET for the Cozy stream. We're going to start with the probably the Cyberpunk 1.2 patch analysis. Just going to do a quick highlight, kind of focusing on the positive stuff, and then we'll probably do some BattleTech and maybe some Porsche, and go from there. So it should be fun. All right, my dudes, let's go ahead and... Oh, is Zeke playing this too? Yeah, let's go. Zeke just started, so we're going to go ahead and go say hi to Zeke. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you fine folks tonight or tomorrow for more fun and games. Bye-bye.